Greeting learners and welcome to Science Academy. In this lesson, we will learn products. Mathematical expressions are just like sentences, and their parts have special names. You should be familiar with the following words used to describe parts of mathematical expressions. So, here we have an example of a mathematical expression. Our example is 3x squared plus 7xy minus 5 cubed. Now this is an example of our expression. So within this expression, there are various parts that makes up this expression. So we will learn the different parts that makes this expression. So remember, our expression in the previous slide is 3x, Our expression in the previous slide is 3x squared plus 7xy minus 5 cubed. Now, this is the example we were given in the previous slide. So within this example, within this mathematical expression, we have terms. So there are 3 terms in this mathematical expression. The first term is 3x squared, and the second term is 7xy, and the third term is 5 minus 5 cubed. So we have 3 terms in this mathematical expression. Also in this mathematical expression, we have coefficients. So we have 2 coefficients in this mathematical expression. The first coefficient is 3 and the second coefficient is 7. So we have 2 coefficients, 3 and 7. Remember, coefficient is any number next to our variable. So in this expression, we also have exponents. So in this expression, our first exponent is 2, and our second exponent is 1, and our third exponent is 3. So 2, 1, and 3 are our exponents. In this mathematical expression, we also have bases. So our first base in this mathematical expression is x. Remember, base x has 2 as its exponent, and our second base in this mathematical expression is y. Y has its exponent 1, and the third base in this mathematical expression is 5, and 5 has 3 as its exponent. In this mathematical expression, we also have constants, and here is our first constant, and 7 is our second constant, 5 is our third constant. So we have 3 constants, 3, 7, and 5. In this mathematical expression, we also have variables. So x and y are our variables. We have 2 variables, x and y. And from this mathematical expression, we can form an equation. Supposedly we equate this mathematical expression 3x squared plus 7xy minus 5 cubed. We equate this expression to 0. Now this expression, if we equate it to 0, it tends to be an equation. So realize that this is different from this. And the difference between this and this is this equal sign. This equal sign means that this expression is now an equation. So we move over So here we will multiply a monomial with a binomial. But first, what is a monomial? A monomial is an expression with only one term. So here is an example of a monomial. 3x is our example. It is an expression and it only has one term. Y squared is our example. Y squared is an expression and it only has one term. So, what is a binomial? A binomial is an expression with two terms. An example is ax plus b. This is a mathematical expression and it has two terms. The first term of this mathematical expression is ax and the second term of this mathematical expression is b. So this is an example of a binomial. Another example of a binomial is cx plus d. This is a mathematical expression with two terms. Here is the first term, which is cx, and here is the second term, which is d. So let us look at this example. This example says that simplify 2a open bracket a minus 1 close bracket minus 3 open bracket a squared minus 1 close bracket. So let us tackle this question. We are given here 2a open bracket a minus 1 close bracket minus 3 open bracket a squared minus a minus 3 open bracket a squared minus 1. So we are asked to simplify this expression. In order for us to simplify this expression, the first step is we are going to break all the brackets in this expression. So in order for us to break this bracket, we will have to multiply this term, this monomial, with this binomial. So if we multiply 2a if we are to break this bracket, we will multiply 2a with this a, and we will also multiply 2a with this 1. Similarly, we will multiply 3 with a squared, and we will also multiply this negative 3 with negative 1. So this negative 3 over here will be multiplied with a squared, and it will be multiplied with minus 1 in order for us to break this bracket. So if we multiply 2a with a, we will get 2a squared. And if we multiply 2a with minus 1, we will get minus 2a. If we multiply minus 3a with a squared, we will get minus 3a squared. And if you multiply minus 3 with minus 1, we will get positive 3. So now realize that 2a squared and minus 3a squared are our like terms. So 2a squared minus 3a squared, it gives you minus a squared. Remember, we have 2a and positive 3. So we have simplified this expression and it gave us this product. So let us move over to the next slide. In this slide, we will multiply two binomials. Remember, from the previous slides, we have learned that binomials is any expression with two terms. In this instance, we have ax here plus b. This is our first binomial, and here we have cx plus d. This is our second binomial. So in this slide, we will multiply two binomials to form a product. So let us look at this example. Let us look at this question. It says, find the product of 3x minus 2, 5x plus 8. So 3x minus 2, 5x plus 8. 5x plus 8. So the first step to finding the product of this expression, it is to break all of these brackets. So in order for us to break these brackets, we will multiply this binomial over here with this binomial. How will we do that? We will first multiply this 3x with 5x, and we will also multiply 3x with 8. And here we will also multiply this 2 minus 2 with 5x, and we will multiply this minus 2 again with positive 8. So if we multiply 3x with 5x, it gives us 15x squared. And if we multiply 3x with 8, it gives us positive 24x. And now if we multiply negative 2 with 5x, it will give us negative 10x. And if we multiply negative 2 with positive 8, it will give us negative 16. So realize that positive 24x as well as negative 10 is our like terms. So 24x minus 10x, it gives you 14x. So our final answer, our product will be 15x squared minus plus 14x minus 16. So this here is our product. The product of this expression is 15x squared plus 14x minus 16. In this slide here, we will multiply so in this slide we will continue to multiply two binomials to find the product. So the product of two identical binomials is known as the square of the binomial, and is written as, in this case, if we multiply these two binomial, remember this can be written as ax plus b times ax plus b. So if we multiply two identical binomials, it will give us a square, and here is a square of the binomial. If the two terms are of the form ax plus b and ax minus b, then the product is a squared x squared minus b squared. This product yields the difference of two squares. So now, if we multiply, remember in this first instance, the binomials were equal. The two binomials were equal, but they were the same. So here, the two binomials are not the same. They differ with the signs. Here we have plus and here we have minus. So if we multiply these binomials, they will give us difference of two squares. So we move over to the next slide. So in this slide, we will multiply a binomial and a trinomial. Remember, we have learned from the previous slides that a binomial is an expression with only two terms, but a trinomial is an expression with three terms. And here is an example of a trinomial. Remember, this is the first term, this is the second term, and this is the third term. So a trinomial is any expression with three terms. Now we can learn how to multiply a binomial and a trinomial. To find the product of a binomial and a trinomial, multiply out the brackets. So we are given an example here. We are given here A plus B, C plus D plus E. So this is what we are given here. This is our binomial and this is our trinomial here. So in order for us to get a product of this expression, we will have to break all of these brackets and realize that if we break this bracket, for us to break this bracket, we will have to multiply this A with this C, and we will multiply this A with this D. We will again multiply this A with this E. We will also multiply this B with this C. We will multiply this B with this D. We will also multiply this B with this E. So A multiplied by C, it gives us AC. Plus A multiplied by D gives us AD. A multiplied by E, it gives us AE. And B multiplied by C, it gives us BC. And B multiplied by D, it gives us BD. And B multiplied by E, it gives us BE. So this here is our answer. We can simplify this answer further by factorizing this answer. Realize that here we have A as our common factor and we have B here as our common factor. So if we take A out, we will be left with C plus D plus E. And here, if we take out B, we will be left with B. If we take out B here, we will be left with we will be left with C plus D plus E. So this is our final answer. So here is an example again. We are asked to find the product of x minus 1, x squared minus 2 plus 1. So we are asked to find the product of x minus 1, x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 1. So in order for us to get the product of this expression, we will have to break all of these brackets as our first step. And in order for us to break this bracket, we will have to multiply this x with this x squared. We will multiply this x with this 2x, and we will multiply this x also with this 1. And what we will do again, we will multiply this -1 with x squared. We will multiply this -1 with -2x, and we will multiply this -1 with +1. So if we multiply x with x squared, we will get x cubed. If we multiply x with -2x, we will get -2x squared. And if you multiply x with 1, we will get +x. If we multiply -1 with x squared, we will get -x squared. If we multiply -1 with -2x, we will get +2x. And if we multiply -1 with +1, we will get -1. So realize that from this answer, we can see that we have common factors here. And our common factor is -2x squared and minus x squared. And we also have +x and -2x as our common factors. So -2x squared, -x, it gives you -x squared, it gives you -3x squared. So we have 3 cubed minus 3x squared. And then +x and +2x, it gives you +3x. And here we have -1. So this is our product. We have found the product of this expression, and here is the answer. Thank you for viewing our video. We trust that you have learned. Thank you.